School District Board meeting. Join me in the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well done. Okay. Welcome everyone who's here tonight for fun and game. First up, though, you gotta wait, Bruce.
I can wait.
Okay. So I guess it's Your Excellency.
That'll work.
Your Honor.
Is there a motion to approve tonight's the meeting minutes from our regular meeting of December 16th, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from December 16th, 2025.
I'll second.
Okay. Any corrections to it?
I didn't see it.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say no. They're approved. Need to adopt tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
Great. Second.
I'll second.
Okay. Any changes in this? Where is the swearing in part?
Is that the election number 5?
We'll do it right after public comments and
Gotcha.
questions.
Okay. Well, make a note of that. So we have an agenda. No, we need to adopt the agenda. Is there a motion to adopt tonight's agenda?
We got Ron and Mike.
What's that?
Ron and Mike.
Oh.
They did.
Oh, now you're assigning people how to vote? I see how that goes. All right, does everybody agree with those two? Okay, is there any additions or deletions or any changes to this agenda that we need to make? Okay, all those in favor of adopting tonight's agenda say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say no. It's adopted. Anybody chomping at the bit to talk to us? Nathan? Okay, well, then we'll move on to swearing at our new members.
They need to be sworn at. We're going alphabetical, Kevin. Stand up, please, sir. Stand up. You want to raise your right hand, aren't you? Yeah, you don't need the hat. I, Kevin Hanson,
I, Kevin Hanson,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I am a citizen of the United States
that I'm a citizen of the United States
and of the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
that I am legally qualified to assume the office
and I'm legally qualified to assume the office
of Quileute Valley School District 402,
of Quileute Valley School District number 402,
Director District number 2,
Director of District 2,
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
and the laws of the state of Washington,
and the laws of the state of Washington,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of this office.
and I will
Faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of this office
duties of this office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
And I didn't bring a pen. We need a pen.
That was red.
There we go. You are going to sign right there because you're an elected. And I'm going to give Shuna Riggs what she wants. June 26th.
You can read it.
Congratulations, sir. I think you get to keep this.
Oh, good.
But this is going to go to the
Thank you.
board in a second. Okay, Ron Hearn, you ready?
Yeah.
I, Ron Hearn, do
yeah.
solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear and affirm
that I am a citizen of the United
that I am
States
a citizen of the United States
and the state of
and the
Washington,
state of Washington,
that I am legally qualified to assume
and I'm legally qualified to assume
the office of Quileute Valley School District 402,
the office of Quileute Valley School District 402,
Director District number 4,
Director District number 4,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and support the Constitution of the United
and the
States,
state of Washington,
state of Washington,
and the laws of the state of Washington,
and the laws of the state of Washington.
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of this office
the duties of this office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
You're gonna need a pen too, mister.
Borrow one here. Trying to put this
You need-
in pencil so you can erase it.
Yeah, I know, I saw that pencil.
Congratulations, you guys. You did it again.
We did it again.
Well, Mike said he's never been sworn in.
I said I didn't.
Not by the judge.
I haven't either.
I think the last time we swore you two in, we did not have Judge Hannafy for whatever reason, and I
He
think
was
I,
playing hooky.
I was probably playing hooky. I was probably doing
No,
something
I
I
doubt
shouldn't
it.
do. I've never done that before. All right, I'm gonna take these to the officials. You're now official. Oh, and I get a little card. I'm official.
Oh,
And we want to present you with a Spartan t-shirt and then a nice little gift card for your honorable help today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, Hazel. Right. Young herd. Congratulations, Kevin. Bill, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, no,
Bruce.
I'm not. Time to take the blood pressure and take some medication. You know, I'm just getting old. See ya.
You're
Bye-bye,
welcome
Bruce.
here
Thanks-
anytime. Thank you.
Thanks for
I might
coming.
stop by sometime.
It's a lot of fun.
Hold that thought.
All right. Okay, now we're into election of board officers. It just seems like we just did this, but. All right, I guess we start off with, does anybody want to be nominated? Does anybody want to be the chairman of the board?
no.
Not it.
Well, somebody nominate somebody,
I nominate Bill.
you know,
I'll second it. I'll
I'm
second
not sure this is healthy, but,
We're gonna
okay,
go until you-
go until I drop. Okay. All right, any other nominations like for Kevin or? No?
He's busy.
Hazel, do you want to do it? Okay, nominations are closed. All those in favor of the nominee? Me? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. Okay, we'll do it again. Now we need a vice chair.
I nominate Ron Hearn.
Do you?
Right.
Oh,
Isn't that what
okay,
you do right now?
I second it.
Okay.
any thirds? All right. Any other nominations?
Do it the same as we did last year.
Okay, well, you could probably make that motion too. I don't hear anybody.
I'll second.
You did.
No other nominations, so all those in favor of Ron as the vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed to Ron? No? Okay, he's it. Now we have Ledge Rep, who is Shannon.
She did a really good job at that. Yeah,
That seems to
I'm
deserve a
learning.
nomination, right? So go ahead.
I'll nominate Shannon Eldred, our representative. I'll second it.
Okay. I'm assuming there aren't any others, so all those in favor of Shannon as the Ledge Rep, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. All right, congratulations, you're it. Okay, who is our current WIAA? Is it?
Co-chairs.
Well, we shared the duties
Yeah,
last
we'll
year.
share
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
let's
think
do it
that's a
again.
good,
You
we're
did a hell of a job too. It takes two people to do that job. Yeah.
As, after reading all the minutes and all, I agree.
Yeah, I'll nominate them.
Okay,
Kevin and Mike as co-chair.
And I'll second it.
all right. I buy off on that. Since everybody else has a job, there won't be any other nominations for that position, so.
Yeah.
All those in favor of Mike and Kevin as WIA reps, say aye.
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 Aye. All right, so you guys work closely with Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we're done with that piece of business. Not much change there.
Nope.
Is that to the satisfaction of Hazel and Diana?
Mhm.
Okay. Nobody's getting up and leaving, so. Let's move on then to spotlight on success. School board recognition. The Forks Elementary PTO is up again. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's January, which means it's School Board Appreciation Month. And on behalf of the Forks Elementary School PTO and all of our puddle jumpers, we just want to say thank you for everything that you do for our puddle jumpers specifically, but all the students, all the Spartans, and all of the families at QVSD. This is kind of the behind the scenes work that a lot of families and especially students don't understand what you all do to benefit them. So we just want to know that, we just want you to know, we appreciate you and all of your work.
Well, good. Does the Forks Elementary School PTO have anything exciting coming up?
We have our online auction coming up next week, which is our first of only 2 fundraisers. We only do 2 big fundraisers. We actually just last week, we delivered puddle jumper t-shirts to every enrolled student at Forks Elementary School.
Oh, how
So everybody has a Forks Elementary School puddle jumpers t-shirt now to wear for Spirit Days. And we do our assemblies and our Spirit Days. We have an unofficial Blue Friday this Friday, so wear your Seahawk gear.
Oh, right.
And then Walkathon is our other big fundraiser in the spring in May. But in the meantime, we're bringing in the Magic Man and the Reptile Lady this spring for assemblies for the kids.
Good. All right. Well,
For the teachers and their funding requests, and we buy a lot of snacks and a lot of prizes and a lot of homework incentives and.
well, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, yeah.
Such good care of our kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will continue to celebrate the month. We'll have a dinner before the next board meeting in Shelley Castellano's room, and you'll have additional goodies, so.
What's the
Primary.
auction consist of?
We grab donations from anybody that wants to donate gift certificates or items or baskets or experiences, that kind of thing. And then it's run on Facebook. There's a Facebook group, Forks Elementary School PTO online auction, and people place bids. It runs from next Wednesday through Sunday. And then highest bidder wins the item. And
So you put the pictures on.
we put the pictures on the Facebook group and then people bid.
No, it's sight unseen,
Yeah,
of
Come
course.
down to this phone, we'll give you some stuff.
okay, I will.
All right.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Or Friday.
Well, thank you. Let's move on then to the consent agenda. Pretty short today. Is there a motion to adopt or to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion, we adopt tonight's consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any questions? All right, not hearing any. All those in favor of tonight's consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. It is consented to. Reports. Now we'll get to the meat of it. Oh, it's that time of year again. Review of our board goals, superintendent's goals, and then we'll get an attendance report. So let's start out with a review of our board goals. Everybody have that on there? How do you make the screen brighter?
Should be up here actually for easier access. It has that little sunshine
Oh,
plus.
oh, look at that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I never look up there.
Yeah.
All right. Our first goal. Did we meet it?
We're working on it.
With the
We're working
assistance
on it.
will provide leadership to improve teaching and learning. Okay, well, last time we upped the percent success rate expected.
Yeah, and that's gonna be in performance goal 2. The
Okay.
first part is really about solution trees, so
Oh, right.
we're
we
on
got another-
schedule for our second national cohort training Thursday from 2 to 4. And if it would be easier for you to do it from your computer in your home, you don't have to come to the district office or wherever you are. If you would rather do that, we can send out the link. But I will have Kirsten McCracken there where we meet monthly, and one of your goals is to look at like what it really means. We had a taste of it before Thanksgiving with the vertical math team at the middle school. Thank you very much. We're waiting for our results to see if we're smarter than fifth graders.
I am not.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But we thought it might be good that you could go into each grade level team. Each subject matter has their learning targets. You can see what it looks like. And then they're all charged with planning a common formative assessment. But again, for you to really look at it, Kirsten can navigate through there. I've been in our folders of every grade level to see what staff are doing. And then we have another session tomorrow, Wednesday. So we thought that might be a good place to start. So you can see more what they're doing, but you got a taste of it before break. And then Kirsten and I are going to be twisting some other teams' arms, maybe the kindergarten team, maybe third grade team. Brenda, maybe you have a team who would be interested in presenting, but the work is ongoing. It's just a matter of you getting more familiar what it is and what it isn't.
Okay,
But it's in progress.
so the 15th is next,
It's coming.
Thursday.
this Thursday.
2 days.
Yeah. We can forward you the link if you, and when they do the breakout rooms, we all get together, or you can come into the district office. Either way is fine with me.
Okay,
And if you can't be there, just let us know.
okay.
What time is that?
It's from
2 to
2,
4.
and you know that it really doesn't usually go 2 to 4. It usually goes 2 to 3:30, somewhere thereabouts. And then we have our last session, on March the 12th, 2026. And again, you've had one board presentation with the middle school math, and then we'll be arranging a couple more so you can see what the work looks like and hear from staff. So
Okay,
you're really,
And then next year we'll have more to attend next year. Is this it?
one more year.
One more year.
okay. Okay, so number 2 is the improvement we want to see.
And I'll give you an update on the 10% decrease in student chronic absenteeism. You know that the 90% passing rate, our staff are all familiar with that level of raise. And then we're in the middle of winter iReady testing or getting close to it. So you'll be able to see the scores from the beginning and the scores, how they've improved by building in the winter assessment. We'll do that here in February, and that'll give you a good indication where we're headed for our Smarter Balanced. And then you can see the goal for the 9th grade on track and on time graduation.
Okay, and then next to last, but not next to least, number 3.
So I really just need to know if we want to do this. And I was thinking about first of all, we need to identify if we want a student-focused meeting, a parent-focused meeting, or a community member-focused meeting. Community member-focused meeting could be a community alumni-focused meeting. And then if so, I'd like to schedule that for the early spring. And then also one of your desires when we had our retreat was to visit schools. And if you're still wanting to do that, I can do it one of 2 ways. I could get a couple of dates in mind, and then 2 of you go, yeah, I want to do that. Or you tell me what you want to see, or you tell me if you want to be in all 3 buildings or 1 building. It doesn't matter how we do it.
Do we all go? We don't go at the same time.
No, if we all went at the same time, we'd have to schedule a board meeting.
Board meeting, so
Mhm.
we can break it up.
Well, that might be kind of disruptive to have us all charging in.
I mean, I would suggest 2 at a time
Yeah.
or 1 at a time.
Well, what do y'all think? I think we should push forward with that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you look at
Yeah.
your schedule and see what works.
Good time to do it really is in February and March. Like January, they're just getting kids reacclimated. They're usually finishing the semester. Good time is February and March before spring break, maybe not the week
For the
before.
last 2 weeks of the elementary school. The first 2 weeks of March, yes, I'm gonna say the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just beware.
Yeah.
What happens
So
the
do you
last
want
2
me to
weeks?
push out some dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
What works
What
for
would you rather do, morning or afternoon, or does it matter? Afternoon?
For me, it'd be
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Maybe a
Doesn't
mixture of both.
Okay,
I can,
okay,
Saturdays.
no Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
And then the last, we're in the process of getting the long-range facility plan ready. In fact, I will be finalizing it tomorrow. Bill Rohde was talking about it here. You want to grab a couple?
Like we just saw these the other night, but
Yeah, and there's already some changes that we know need to occur. And we couldn't really get 20 years on. In fact, when I worked with our communications consultants, they said it'd be better if you chunked it into 5 years and let your staff, because we're not a huge district with 20 schools. Really, the vision is the 5-year plan with the pending of a existing bond being paid off and a new one coming in. Some school districts have 5 or 6 projects going on at a time. We won't ever have 5 buildings or 2 buildings or 3 because we don't have that many. Once we get a bond then passed, it's a 20 to 30-year debt. But what was important is that we talk about the taxpayer money. And so we ran this by the pre-bond committee on last week. Yeah. And one of the things that we want to make sure is that the community realizes it's a replacement bond. It's not an additional tax. So we really need to layer that it looks like they're proposing more money. And so sandwich it in there so you can see where we phase it in when we phase the other one out. But anyway, we have not published this yet. So what we will do is this will go in the Forks Forum. It'll go in the Peninsula Daily News. There's also the backside. Lindsay has helped me with our consultants get a Facebook page ready. We just can't figure out how to turn the comments off. Most school districts turn the comments off. Otherwise, you get a slew of really negative, not a slew, you get positive, but you want to turn them off. And so tomorrow I'll learn how to do that in Meta Business app, because we have to do everything. It's not just as simple as posting it on Facebook. It's logged in a vault so that it becomes a public record because we take public funds. And so we have to do it through a mechanism and we can't figure out how to turn the comments off. But we will be doing what we call a social media ad campaign. We'll start getting the information out, and then we'll be getting a bond information campaign ready because of the early November 2026 bond measure. And I'm probably getting ahead of myself. Jay's going to talk about this, but anyway, this was really the goal. I thought we would do the 20-year plan, but now I think we need to just revise your goals and do the two-sider.
More immediate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but let's not lose sight of that. We gotta have long-term.
Yeah,
planning
we'll
for
have
other things
yeah.
Too, that, you know, need to do.
We will. Yeah.
One
I
thing,
think that's where we.
do we want to talk about this now, or are we going to wait for
You-
Jay to get here?
It doesn't matter.
One of the things I noticed on here is how important, we've talked about how important our timber dollars are. And in fact, this page of projects pretty much are, or a lot of them are timber dollar beneficiaries. But nowhere on here do we see anything that says if we don't pass a bond, we don't get the timber dollars. And I think that's pretty important because, like I say, without the bond, then we lose the timber dollars, which means we don't get to do a lot of stuff that are in our 20-year plan or even in our next 5 or 10-year plan. So that might need to be added somehow.
I think that's important because for me, I did not know that until I was on the board.
Right. And
I had
so
no
it
idea.
needs to be real clear.
Yeah, and we probably need the estimated amount that we bring in our debt service fund and our general fund through EP&O, because we passed the EP&O levy and the bond. Remember, levies are for learning, bonds are for building. And I think it was Jessica who brought that up, that we need to make sure that people don't think we're double dipping, that those are for two separate things. And then that we put a dollar amount of how much of the timber dollars we get about yearly. And we know what that is because we track it. It's generally speaking between 750,000 and $1 million in a year, sometimes a little lower, sometimes higher. That comes in both of those. And those are local dollars that you get to determine what you want to do with that. You can do anything you want with that. Those are the only local dollars that you get to determine how they're spent.
Right. But again, we run the risk of putting so much information in there that it's confusing in and of itself. So, and I think Shannon or somebody, maybe, no, was it Erica or somebody at the group meeting was talking about, her husband said it, it looked like it was,
And
a
added
double
not a
thing.
replacement.
So either change that to move one of the bars, both bars to the middle of the 26
Yeah,
or something to show that it's just a replacement
We
rather
were
than
talking about them being in the same row and kind of the one bond tapering off where the other bond.
well, except for I think you need to make it very clear cut that we're never paying on two
Two at
bonds
one
at
time,
once.
yeah.
So maybe just a straight line down.
and then the other thing that we learned and then this will become a one-pager that I take everywhere with me when we start engaging the public. But one of the ideas from Erica, which was really, really good, at least one of the golden nuggets that I took away, is that she believes we need to take current middle schoolers with us to everywhere we go if we're going to talk about a new building, because they can tell you what it's like living in a place where they go between 4 buildings and what their life is like. But that was really,
It's a great
really
idea.
Yeah, where they can put it in their perspective.
Yeah, the bathrooms over in that building are old,
Really old.
really old.
Yeah. like
Weren't you
from my
in there
time.
when it was
I
the
used them in 1960.
primary or something?
Yeah,
They're really small.
yeah. It's like going in a little.
And I'm surprised nobody brought up the roof replacement.
What about it?
The leaking roof, has anyone? heard
Yeah,
of
I
that?
was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, we'll ask about that here in a bit.
Yeah, so one thing I do want to say is, a 20-year plan, and I know it's been on there before, but we got to find a way to get those locker rooms in the aux fixed and remodel, because, we're using the aux now because of some other issues.
Do you
we had,
see
but-
where it is?
No, I don't.
It's
Right
Ox
here.
Gym. Yeah,
Yeah, but it doesn't say what it's for.
so
So,
update,
is-
maybe
is that
put
for-
update Ox Gym.
Yeah, I would say that because, those locker rooms are, once we get those, be another place to have locker rooms for even during football, and different things. So I think it's real important to keep up on that gym, to keep it there, because even though we're a small community, we're short on gyms for Little League, Youth League, and it's been like that forever. So we can't, and then when the middle school, if we do, when we pass the bond to do the middle school, we're gonna lose that gym for a while. So the aux are gonna get more, right? So we need to get those locker rooms fixed. And I know we talked about it and we were gonna do it, and then something came up and we didn't do it. But that's kind of why that plan is good to have, to see what we've talked about and say, hey, we need to get on this before it's too late.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that would be my recommendation. So I'm sure, Bill, that we're gonna get in there and find some rock.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna find some
We're
rock.
gonna, and that's gonna be,
Piping's really old.
right, and we gotta replace all
Yeah, all of it has to. But I know Diana had it in the levy, and
Yeah.
actually I've talked to Jay about it. We're doing the scope for it and getting it drawn up.
Okay.
So we've talked about it some. We just have to find out what year it's in the levy.
When was that built? 59 or something, 60?
56, I think it was.
56?
that, the ox.
I think it's 56.
That's a
So, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It's got the piping and the walls need to be replaced. Lots of things like that need to be done in that
Yeah.
facility.
But, you know, it's being used and we need to use it for more, so.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have locker rooms. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Oh, and then the one other thing before we get done too is goal number 3, or was it 3? So we talked about the community or parents or another alumni, you know, meetings that we had that one time.
Where we had the student ones.
Yeah, I know we talked about it and it's a goal of ours, but we need to maybe get a date on that.
What group do you want to
Well, that's a
target?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like parent.
Parents?
I think that goes
Personally.
hand in hand with the bonding.
Yeah, exactly. I want to
So-
hear what they're
Yeah.
they're seeing, what they I don't know,
Exactly.
their thoughts.
Can we
We
combine,
did the students last time. It was really good.
That's good.
We found a lot of good stuff out. So like you said, the parents, that would be a good,
If for me, if I could only pick one, I would pick parent. Right now.
well, what would people think of, or would be the negatives of combining parent and community member? Since parents are community members.
Parents in there.
well, I think to reach out and get enough of them, because we don't like to get it too big of groups. We have tables, and then if we do combine them, you're gonna miss out on some of the community or some of the parents that may want to be involved, so.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I think that the way we had in the group, I think is pretty good. Because some of these will cross over parents into community, so. But I'm kind of with Shannon on doing the parents first to see. And then, you know, it's been a year or two since we've done it with the
Couple years.
kids, so try to line both of them up.
Why don't I bring back some dates and let's plan for February or March. After that, it gets so crazy,
Well, I know,
honestly,
that's the
April and
thing,
May.
yeah.
And that actually would be a good launch for us for our pre-bond activity anyway, because we could weave some questions in there. Yeah, about our facilities in our middle school. We would want a good selection, probably about 30 parents. And
Where would you want to meet at, in here?
we could do it in, we may want to break up the 5 of you into separate places so you can hear. I noticed the last time it was hard to concentrate. And then we'll have a recorder at each table, and then we would have a facilitator. We'll figure out who the facilitator who would come in and lay the ground rules about you can't front out an employee member.
Right.
If you have a legitimate concern that really needs looked into right now, you need to notify your building principal, but share general information. I mean, you want a safe environment so that you also don't run the risk of putting people and their, if you know what I mean. I mean, you just want it respectful. And we did a good job training the kids. We would give the parents plenty of notice, and then when they would agree, where they could do some pre-thinking, pre-writing, so they come prepared. That would be the other thing I would want them to do.
I think once the students got going and talking, it actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it really
At first they
did.
were pretty quiet, and then you get them to start talking, and then, you know, and they were respectful of that also. Not in my groups that I had, it was actually pretty good information. So.
Okay.
All right. So we'll keep going for the coming year with the same set of goals. We still have to finish.
And then mine are really dovetailed into yours.
All right, we'll skip right to the attendance report.
I mean, you know, the progress you're making, I'm making, we're making. And that is really truly the way the goals should be set up. So,
Okay.
okay. So you want to pull up the truancy? So a little bit of background, we're still meeting monthly as an attendance team. And if you go to the third, oh wait, so here are our current truancies that we have, we're moving on 3 of the 13 cases at the high school. There's quite a bit of work we have to do before we can actually file on parents. We do a CEB, community engagement board. Then we re-engage the parents where they set goals and support and say they're going to do things. And then when they don't do things is when we can file on them. And then we have 3 at the middle school that are at the stay level and 0 at the elementary school. I'll let you get it in that.
What does stay mean?
Stay means that
solved
we're getting all of the process in place. And if there is an improvement and the parents and the student don't do what they say they're going to do, then we can file. It's like a warning. Yeah.
Okay.
And although our average daily attendance is 92, somewhere hovering around there, a little lower at a high school level, which is usually very typical. Go to the next page. If we're looking at our overall, we're currently right at 75%. Our goal is 80%. Lindsay did the comparison to last year at this time, and we're 5% higher. So we are making progress. We would have to really be on it for the spring, and it gets harder in the spring when the weather's good. Although flu season now, past hunting mostly, but flu season, we really might see some sicknesses. I mean, the crud's going around pretty bad. But it was hopeful. We felt hopeful that we made 5%. Our goal is 80%.
Close.
And then interestingly enough, if you look at the data in front of you, regular attendance at the state level is 5.5% up since the pandemic. And currently 72.9% students in Washington state are attending school regularly. It's at the very bottom there. And so we're above the state level right now at 75%. If we can hold on and move forward, we're doing better.
Hey, that's a win.
I feel like it's good news. And we really do know who our kids are who are having attendance issues. And we've seen some huge growth too in some students and families where it was lacking last year, kind of compared lists. And so we're seeing a better trend. Okay, that's my attendance report.
Okay, any further questions for Diana on that? Board member reports. Sing out if you have one. Anything to report or questions or comments?
Well, I was just gonna comment on the roof leak.
Go for it.
And how great that, you know, it seemed like everybody, it was a smooth transition to the oxygen and
To the what?
to the other gym.
To the oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah.
Oh,
Because of the leaky roof?
So unfortunately, our roof has got a leak. Right before we went on winter break, they had that game prior, and it got reported to us that there was a drip over the stand. So I called the roofer. We thought it might be some condensation that we might be getting. The very next rain, we got another drip with it. Called him back. He came out, took a look at it, and we started talking a little bit because all of a sudden we got another drip in another spot, and then another drip in another spot. And so we had about 5 leaks in there, and then at one point there was about 10 spots that were dripping in there, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. Now, most of it's over the bleachers, but we had one on the court, and you can't have a drip on the court when you're playing a basketball game. Somebody gets slide or you're hurt. So what we ended up doing is when I talked with Mike, who is the installer that put it down, we went ahead and I filed with Malarkey. So Malarkey was supposed to be out on Monday. It was raining too much. They're gonna come out on Thursday. They're gonna open up the roof, take a look and see if they can figure out what's going on so that we can start making repairs and get it taken care of. And so we do have a warranty on that roof, so.
Great.
We'll see what's going on.
Well, would we have 30 inches of rain in December? That'll do it, right?
It was a lot of rain, but at the same time, we've had a lot of rain prior and haven't had any leaks. And this one, I came down on the weekends and checked it. We had 2 drips on the weekend, and then after that, the following Monday, we got more. And so we need to figure out what's going on with the roof and what's happening there. So we are planning on having the game though tomorrow in the gym and Thursday in the gym,
In what gym?
the high school.
In the high school gym.
High school gym.
Since there's no rain.
No rain in the
No
forecast.
rain, I know, yay.
I did hear some community members who said they really appreciated the game in the Augs gym, that the sound is better and
I actually heard the
Crowd.
same thing.
Yeah,
Feels
it
no, it
better.
seems like it, yeah, transitioned really
It's,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
good
And
old
so,
gym.
Yeah.
So,
Good memories there. We all have good memories there.
I'm hoping to be able to come to the next board meeting and let you guys know what they found and where we are with things and kind
Yeah.
of moving forward.
it's just kind of odd because it hasn't leaked until now. So, and we put it in 2021 or?
This is the 3rd year. It's a
Third.
little over 3 years old. And we've had a lot of rain earlier this year without any drips at all.
Yeah.
And it's almost like something gave up or let loose or something, because all of a sudden, you went 1 drip and then there was a small one next to it. And then all of a sudden 3, 4, 5, 6 went out there. And like I said, one day coach was walking around, he was anywhere he could see a little drip, he was putting a towel on the floor, and there was probably 10 towels in there.
Oh.
So it was quite a bit, and we couldn't figure out what was happening. So they have an idea what the roofer was thinking. And so we'll see what they
So you
say.
said you're gonna open up the roof. You're actually gonna peel some shingles off?
They're gonna peel some shingles back and take a look and see if they can figure out something. That's what I was told. And so we'll see. They'll be here Thursday though. And then I'll be up on the roof with them Thursday, and we'll see what's happening and what they find.
That's about the only way you can find out, is peel some of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
'cause
big
you don't
roof,
have an attic,
you know,
so
and
you can't.
to be honest with you, for me, I'm going, okay, you got these leaks in the gym. The commons is the same exact roof, and we don't have any leaks in the commons. So it kind of starts in the gym. And so it's, I'm not sure what's going on there. You know, we did have, when they were building it, they covered the vented ridge cap. And when they covered the vented ridge cap, we started getting drips all over in there.
Yeah.
And I would go, wow, this is bad. I called Mike and said, you gotta get our tarp off that vented ridge cap, because we had drips everywhere. And it's kind of acting like that a little bit, but at the same time, it's only doing it when it rains. And so
That's good.
we need to get this straightened out.
Hey, guys, we're dripping all the time.
But I'll be at the next board meeting and let you know what I find out with the roof and the article.
All right, thanks, Bill. Anybody, anything else? Hearing questions, problems? All right. Myron, how about a report from you, please?
Hey, so I don't have a whole lot other than we continue to enroll and continue to grow our program, which is our normal business. But one of the things that is really kind of a cool opportunity is Stride is offering externship opportunities for our 11th and 12th graders. And so there are various departments within our organization that are willing to bring on students to work with them during the months of February, March, April, and May, and work in things as varying everything from marketing to supply chain operations to our K-12 zone application to enrollment and customer care services, kind of learning about, using Salesforce, like enrollment side, it'd be learning how to use Salesforce products, those kinds of things. So it's really, really cool opportunities for kids to be exposed to, for our students to be exposed to actual business and business operations. And so we're going to be launching that with our students. We're sending out messaging soon to find students that might have interest in this. And we've been able to work with Diana to have these students earn a half a credit, the elective credit, for participating in these externships. So we're pretty excited to see where this goes. And we're really excited to have our students be able to work within our larger organization.
That's cool.
Yeah. Myron, do we have any idea about how many kids will want to do this?
We don't yet. We are starting our messaging now because we have to turn in our names to K-12, our recommendations to K-12 before the end of the month because they want to start them in February. So we're sending out messaging shortly. And we have our CTE teachers kind of also trying to identify students that might have interest in doing this. So it's a great opportunity for kids to put on their resume, to build skills, those kinds of things, to have an opportunity to kind of see how things actually work in a business environment. So
Cool.
Very good. All right. That be all?
I think that's everything.
Okay. Page 2. Unfinished business. Jay is going to talk to us about the advisory committee meeting last week for the middle school replacement project.
Yes, so thank you, everyone. We met last Thursday. As a reminder, the overall goal of this advisory committee is to do just that, advise the school board on suggestions. They are made up of parents, teachers, community members, faculty, with the overall goal of passing a bond in November 2026. And so next slide, please, Hazel. The two main goals of our meeting on Thursday were centered around bond messaging, and then beginning the discussion of education specifications, which is the program, basically all of the spaces that Cooley Valley School District would like to have in their new Forks Middle School. So next slide. In regard to bond messaging, the part one of that topic is, which of these features will be key to message to the community. So some things that were identified by committee members were one, the state funding drops if we do not pass a capital bond in November 2026. I know we talked about that a lot last meeting. Yes.
Yeah, and Jay, something you said I thought really was good, the way you put it, that the part of their funding mechanism is looking at the current kindergarten class now.
Yes.
If we wait until after November, and with our kindergarten class being 48 kids, that's why the funding drops. If you remember, the state is expecting a 5-year drop in full-time equivalent students because of the baby bust, and then also because of school choice, like programs like Insight School of Washington are drawing away homeschool programs. And so given that, if we go get access the building in 2029, those kids will be coming up. That's why the funding drops. That was really kind of,
Yep.
I think, a good way to put it for people to understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kindergarten enrollment weighs heavily because, as Diana mentioned, those are the students that will actually be utilizing the facility. They don't care as much as students that are currently in the building because they'll be long gone, frankly, by the time the new schools in place. Another thing we talked about, as Bill and Shannon already talked about, losing timber dollars. We do not pass a capital bond, important. Shannon, you had mentioned she wasn't aware, so a lot of people aren't aware of that fact. And so I like that Diana's talking about putting a dollar figure, what we could lose. And then to Ron's point, how that affects other projects within our long range.
And then we need to make sure that they know the county keeps that money and gets to do whatever they want with it.
I didn't know that either.
Sorry, county commissioners.
This next one, tax burden, zero tax increase, that was really alluding to what we were talking about earlier of the overlap of the two bonds. It currently looks like in 2028, they're paying for two bonds and they're not actually. So making that a little bit more clear. The current state of Forks Middle School, not just physical building traits in terms of any leaks that are going on in the building, but also just the overall planning of the middle school. It's been frankly very piecemeal throughout the decades. And so just safety and security issues with having multiple buildings, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to quickly lock the building down in an emergency. That it is a school replacement, not an addition and modernization. The school would go away and it would be a brand new school for them. Forks Middle School will be a community asset. Specifically like gym usage, we've already talked about, gyms being utilized here, that being really large for the community. I hope another space like the library, having another space, not just at the high school, maybe at the middle school as well, being available for meetings. And then a conceptual site plan of New Forks Middle School, which that just gives voters an idea of what they are voting for. Find that to be very effective, so voters don't feel like they're just writing a blank check to the school district. There's at least some conceptual, and again, emphasis on conceptual. There's still a year plus of design after it, but they at least realize, general where the classrooms are. Oh, there's going to be a gym. Oh, they're still going to have a playground because it does have fifth graders in their current age as an elementary age. school body. And so with all of those of what we want to message, the next part of the bond messaging, overall goal was now how do we get the message to the community? So some things that we had talked about were on the QVSD website, Facebook, mailers, James on the committee, who I saw as the new Forks Middle School wrestling coach, which is pretty cool, made a good point to be mindful of the quantity of the mailers. It's good to be informative, but too many could be agitating. So
Too many and too much information, yeah.
Newspaper, community meetings, geez, excuse me. Retirees, church groups, Elks group, Lions Club. We just talked about in this part, I believe Erica specifically, talking about this is where the students could be the ones presenting to these groups, or not just them, but them alongside somebody else representing the school district, including statements from current students, and then a letter of support from the mayor will be beneficial. And as I understand it from Diana, that's what they typically get for bonds. So that was the bond. Before we move on to the ed specs, any question about bond messaging, the kind of what the advisory committee thought would be important to get out to the community and how we're planning on doing it with that little flyer Diana pointed out earlier is parts of that how. Nope. Okay. So then the second part of the meeting was education specifications. This is just I want to emphasize a brief list of what was discussed of what could be going on in the New Forks Middle School. There were so between administration, classrooms, and athletics, those are just 3 of the 20 overall programs that were discussed. And then within each program, you can kind of see everything that goes. So maybe I should say some of the items that would go into it. So as an example, administration shows reception, a large conference room, a small conference room, counselors' offices, a staff lounge. They liked that it was adjacent to the mailroom here, a workroom, principal's office, health nurse's room. And there's going to be other spaces in the administrative area, such as like record storage and other things of that nature. We talked about classrooms, 16 general, not necessarily identifying grades, though they did note 4 grades. Doesn't have to be a 5 through 8 long-term, but that was an example. A couple of science classrooms, 1 to 2 large CTE classrooms, a possible media space, and that would be really flexible. Going back to one of our key values of flexible design, that it's going to be adaptable to the current technology. This is going to be a 60+ year building, so we don't want to design just for 2028, but 2088, frankly. Talked about life skills.
God, that sounded awful. 2088.
Resource rooms. Got into music, and then there was athletics. One thing I did want to note on, we talked about a gymnasium. I wanted to be very clear that it's a full court. The current middle school is a small court, frankly. So usually the only difference between a high school and a middle school is seating. The court itself should be the same, but there's usually more people that attend a high school game than a middle school game. That could obviously change during design if we want it to be the same or larger than the high school, but we'll get into that. Gymnasium, restrooms, again, that's lobby access, and that's really getting to the point of the community asset that the restroom is being directly accessed off of the gym allows you to close off the rest of your school so that the gym can be open for the community and not give them access to 80,000 square feet that you don't need them to. A commons, which is adjacent to the gymnasium, not the commons is the gymnasium. It allows you to have your lunches throughout the day while still holding PE as well. You're not kind of cutting that curriculum, which is good to see. It also allows you for when they're adjacent to each other, possible large partition wall that could be opened up for winter concerts or anything like that for additional seating. So there's just some kind of got into the weeds on, some specifics of possibilities, but the overall goal of the ed specs is to, for this portion at least, is to get an idea of what QVSD would like in their school. We're going to refine that at our February 5th meeting, and I'll speak on that again. It should be February 10th for the school board meeting, and then the March 5th meeting. Based on all of the spaces that the school district wants, I'll then have puzzle pieces, and we can do like a fun design charrette. We can have multiple, teams kind of fiddling around where it goes on the site plan and how it looks. And then with that end result, I can take that and make it into a conceptual site plan, and that's what will get shared to the voters on seeing what they vote for. And then that would essentially be the end of our currently planned meetings in a couple of months.
I noticed there's not a library. That's interesting.
Yeah, so
But there probably doesn't need to be anymore.
no, so all of the spaces, so like I said, I've only highlighted 3 of the 20. I did make a list of everything. So we talked about administration, art, CTE, classrooms, commons, computer lab, drama, family consumer sciences, just like home ec, food service, health nurse, library, music, PE, athletics, restroom, science, special education, staff, storage, circulation, playfields and recreation. So that was really just a little snippet of everything.
We did talk about having a library and the importance of
I
it.
guess
Yeah.
the high school one's kind of non-existent now. I mean, in a way, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, do people come in here
Oh,
still?
yeah, now we have somebody in here full time, like, she's open before school and after, and during lunch. And she's getting games in here, so we're starting to see an increase with the students coming back in.
Good.
She's got new text up here, so here's all new books. And then she's doing like QR code where students can recommend books in there, so she's building it back up.
Oh,
She's
good.
doing a great job.
I thought we didn't even have a librarian though.
You guys hired one halfway through the year.
We do have one?
Well, not a full certified librarian, but we have a paraeducator manning it, yeah.
So somebody.
By law, we are supposed to have one certified library, but when we don't have any certified library candidates,
By law, we're supposed to have one.
we're funded for one.
Yeah, interesting.
But we're also funded for a counselor at the elementary school. We don't have a counselor at the elementary school.
Yeah, so going back to just like with the library, this long list that I just listed off, it wasn't just talking about the library, it was the library space. Should it include a computer lab, a circulation desk, a book drop, an extra book room where you would house like extra textbooks that aren't needed all year long in the teacher's classroom, things like that. I also noted during the meeting that we want to be really mindful of the key value of flexible design. We don't want to put ourselves in a box, because what I'm finding now in 2026, I'm doing a lot of additions and modernizations of libraries that were done in like the mid 90s, because everybody thought they were so smart and there were going to be no books. Everything was going to be on the internet. So these libraries were tiny, like smaller than a classroom. And that's just frankly not enough space for a proper library. So I would caution on, thinking we're smarter than we're going to be in 2088, again. So.
I don't think I'll be here.
Okay, any questions for Jay?
No, I just want to thank you, Jay. Your meetings are very succinct and meaningful.
Yeah.
We always start on time, end on time, and actually we have really good participation. I'm really pleased.
Yeah, everybody shows up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
really
mentioned,
pleased.
last time, it's an amazing turnout that we have every time. I, jokingly start like selling tickets because it's crowded around the tables, but great participation. And frankly, everybody at the meetings helping me do my job later. So it's all to my benefit. So thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Jay.
All right.
Right, while he's here, I don't see anything on here about the ball fields. Can we get an update on those?
Yeah, we'll do one at the next meeting.
Oh, the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not really enough. Last I updated, we submitted for permit, but we're still waiting for permits.
Good question.
Bids should be, the drawing should hit the streets March 26th. But otherwise, any general questions about it? I mean, really just waiting for permits and finalizing our drawings, crossing our eyes stuff.
And you'll
Dotting our
approve
i's,
those
crossing our
before we
t's.
would move forward on it.
Okay.
We got a couple things that'll be coming to the board for that too, for some contracts. Like the IDP was in there, was one of them. There'll be a contract for AES for the filtration tests that will be coming. A few things like that that are coming up. So we'll see as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jake.
Jake.
See you tomorrow morning. I'll send you the link.
All right, thank you.
All right. Unfinished business, one more thing, revision of our board policy 6220 bidder request for proposal requirement.
You can see the changes in red.
And they're a little confusing down in self-certification. If you look, the second bullet, it says purchases between 450 and 350,000, but then you go to the third bullet.
That says
must
purchases
publicly-
between 50,000 and 350,000. You can't see the strikeout. It used to be
Yeah.
40,000 and 75,000. So
Yeah, I
now
see
it,
the strikeout,
Uh-huh.
and it says 450,000 and 350,000.
correct. So anything above 350,000, we have to use sealed bids.
And then, but then the one below says purchases of 350,000 or more must be publicly solicited using sealed bids or requests.
So that's up to
that's-
350. The middle, the bottom one
No,
is,
no, it says 350 or more must be publicly solicited, but
Cool.
that seems to be kind of counter to the second bullet.
purchases of 50,000 do not require quotes. Then anything between 51 basically and 350
That's not what mine
must be,
shows.
you can use a price, and anything above 350, you have to have sealed bids.
But mine says, are you down in self?
But the 450 isn't 450. There's a strike
Maybe
through the four
four.
that you cannot see.
Purchase
because it goes
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. That's all I had.
Okay. And then the only other thing I think in there was about if we have a works roster, we have to rotate it if they're all, but we don't have, how many people do we have on our public works
Yeah,
roster?
there's several, but it depends on the work that you're having done.
Yeah.
So if you have like 3 people that can do asphalting, you're supposed to rotate the work between the 3 people. But with what we end up with ours is we have 1 person that can do asphalting, 1 person that can do electrical that comes into our stuff. So a lot of our stuff, Maida is the only mechanical I think we have on there right now. It's hard to get people for that.
Sorry about that confusion.
No, that's okay.
Confusing.
I didn't look close enough.
It's hard to see that.
Okay. Well, any other questions with it for Diana or Bill? Then we need a motion to revise it.
I'll make a motion to revise board policy 6220.
I'll second.
Okay. No questions, so all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say no. It's revised. New business. Superintendent evaluation process. Well, we've been there before.
It's that time. So like we've done in the past, we'll use the short form and I'll do a self-reflection that I'll give to you guys in exec session for the second meeting in January. That's January 27th. I'll send you the form in an email. So if you want to fill it out on email, but bring your comments, suggestions to that meeting, and then Bill will finalize based on your input for the February meeting.
February.
Yeah.
First February meeting?
But have it ready for exec session for January 27th. So I'll
27th.
forward you the form tonight.
Okay.
Or if you
Okay,
want to bring it on a piece of paper.
We haven't done that already.
all right. Next on is establishing a club, powerlifting club.
Which is kind of interesting. Apparently, they're gonna sign up and do some competition, like in, what did it say, in February or something? We're gonna,
I think they're going to sign up to attend 4 different meets.
I don't know this. I know like Montesano's had that for years.
Oh,
Have
have
they?
they?
Yeah, they
Okay.
have. It's, I don't, it's just something.
Do you know
else
they
that-
have college scholarships for powerlifting now?
Do they?
Yes, they do. In
Awesome.
fact, the
Oh.
one in Kansas, they have one.
Oh, wow.
That's where a friend of mine's kid went to school and he played baseball and then he started getting powerlifting with some of the kids afterwards and they gave him a scholarship to do
Cool.
powerlifting.
Oh.
He goes to all over the US for
Competition?
competition.
Awesome.
I've already done one competition too, and I think 4 of our students qualified, and one of them was female. If I remember, I mean, I read it a while ago, but we did something.
And these are kids that have already been weightlifting early in the morning. They come regularly. And so Coach Highfield wants to do that for the kids. I think it's good.
Oh, and what a perfect person to do
I know.
that.
Yeah, totally.
so does our website update you on all that kind of stuff? Like if these guys were gonna have a meet somewhere, or if the debate club was gonna have something going on, does it tell you that?
I have to ask Marin real fast because she's in charge of the webpage for us, but I know that she does for speech and debate on there, and they're gonna qualify for nationals too. They're really doing amazing, so once you approve this, then we can get the names from Highfield and get them on the calendar, which then pop on onto our webpage, yeah.
Be interesting to go to one of those sometime.
About
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I would too.
Road trip.
All
Road
right.
trip. I know, that's what I was thinking.
Well, we need a motion then to establish this club.
I'll make a motion, we establish a weightlifting club.
And second it.
All right, any further questions? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. It is established. Number 3, we have a fee proposal for the Forks High School Athletics Entrance Modernization Project.
So Jay and Kyle and I think Bill all looked at the foyer area. And the proposal is they take the area where you walk in that wraps around. There's currently those seating and there's proper lighting, casing like we have out here. We have an area for an inlay for a kiosk where you can have the touch screen. Like let's say I want to look at track and field records and we get all of the we have kids' pictures who've gone on, the military. Usually they're a kiosk screen. They're pretty big. They're interactive. And then signature. So it's really in your face Spartans. I don't know if we do Spartan painting on the top part because my understanding is they're looking at casing that doesn't go all the way to the top. Is that right?
It didn't go all the way up with what Jay was looking at.
Yeah.
So this is Jay's fee to kind of put the whole design together and get the kiosk and stuff, and then we have to do some.
We'll have to change lighting. They want to change flooring, that entrance, so that there's a Spartan theme in the flooring too.
That's right out here, like
That's
coming
in
into
the,
gym.
in the gymnasium area.
Some of this.
By
stuff
the
is
concession
taken in there.
stand.
Yeah.
Big Spartan stands there. Right
That'd
there.
be
Yeah.
cool.
So there'll be a wrap on the walls above it, it's what it will be with Spartans and stuff above the, that's what we've talked about. We don't have the design put together yet or anything, but we just found.
But this would pay for Jay's fees to help us
Yeah,
get that going.
so what are we looking at in
I
terms
don't know
of
the current budget yet,
ballpark?
because we're,
Or
I think we put 40,000 to 50,000 in the budget for it by the time you do all the lighting and,
On the kiosk.
yeah, the kiosk will be important and then the cases.
the new floor and all that?
Yeah.
So
We'll
what
be
do we-
lucky.
what do we do with this?
Well,
Wednesday plays out here.
We'll have to figure out if we want to pull some of it. I mean, I would think you would want some kind of historical, but we also just need places for memorabilia. I mean, trophies, current trophies,
We could put 21st century stuff out there.
or, yeah, we can figure out, we could do it,
Because the public don't get to see all that.
No.
Right.
It's like,
they really don't.
nobody comes in here.
That was the big push behind it that Kyle was talking about, was the public comes in down there to watch all the games and stuff, and everything's up here.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get it moved down there.
Good
So we
idea.
met with
We
Jim.
wouldn't gut that, but we would want to
Well,
reconfigure.
you could put
Yeah.
different things in there too, though, so.
Okay. Well, good.
Cool. And that's on the list, by the way, remodel gym foyer. So we want to have that done next year.
All righty then, is there a motion to approve this fee proposal?
I'll make a motion, we approve the fee proposal for the athletics entrance modernization project.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
I,
Any opposed, say no. It is approved. We do have an executive session. How long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It will begin at 6:43.
So give everybody time to get
There.
a little break in. Okay. We'll be back. How about we be back at 7?
What if we aren't?
Oh, okay.
Okay, 7. Can we come back early?
No.
Oh, okay.
Take
Well,
a cookie
bye, y'all.
with you, we might be there a while.
All right,
Thanks for coming.
we'll be back.
Thank you.
thank you for the goodies.
Thank you.
We'll be back in 28 minutes, or 18 minutes.
Hey, Hazel, was there a decision supposed to be made from this executive session, or is it just a meeting?
No,
No decision.
no decision.
Okay, thank you. I'm probably gonna head out then for the night, guys. Have a great night. Thank you for your support.
Great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, you're good.
No action comes out of our executive session. We are adjourned. You gotta sign that one. Okay.
Okay, good night, Nathan. Thank you.
Good night, Nathan.